Hello, I have another message to myself and I share it with you. Um, See, I have this insight for a long time already, but now it's kind of, sharpened. And it's about that, yeah, you understand me. I have this insight that we should not lock in our mind onto an idea and then from this time on believe this is the recipe. There is a lot of people who lose their mind and their life by finding truth, which means they then believe this is the method, this is the truth, this is the religion. This is also why I claim to not be religious. um, every good idea. So for me, Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, is a good idea. But what follows is ideology and religion, and this is bad. I just call it bad now, even though the duality topic, good and bad, is a different thing. But nothing good comes from ideology and religion because this is the same thing. It means you lock in. You stubbornly lock in. Your mind is free, flying, creative. And the thing is, why is an idea good? Because an idea is custom made in a situation with all your intelligence, emotionally and cognitive intelligence, as well as your gut feeling, your emotions, or the emotions of another person. So if Jesus did something, said something, it was custom made for one situation in time. It was fitting, it was just brilliant idea, perfectly fitting, working out. But it doesn't mean that you can transfer this, what comes from this idea, what he said, what is now the truth and the recipe forever. No. This means do not lock in your mind. Don't follow a truth or a guru or a person or a doctrine. Have great ideas. Keep your mind creative and living and recreating truth and reality anytime in the present. In the present moment, we create truth and we don't lock into a certain thing that we from that time follow. I know people who were caught completely in their behavior because they thought, oh, this is the right method for me. Oh, and this is the right method for me. Oh, and this is good too, and this works too. And then it becomes um, like a compulsive thing to do. They are then forced to do it all the time. They can't freely trust their gut feeling anymore or their own decision. They then become slaves to their ideas and methods they use. Or they have to call someone before they make a decision for themselves. They have to look at someone, talk to someone else, to something external, before they make the decision for themselves. And this is slavery, mental slavery. Don't log into mental slavery of any kind. Other person, ideology, method, um, whatever it is that controls you. No, you control. And if you let go control, you let go control in that moment because it feels right for you. So we should not lock in to any idea, no matter how good it is, because from good idea, if you make it your one thing to go, it becomes ideology. And this is why Jesus Christ is a great idea, or you can take anything else. I just take it as a example now. Is a great idea, but you need to discern this and understand that it is that you do not follow the ideology or the religion. If you are spiritual, if you feel the same love, if you feel it, you need to understand that there is not this thing to hold on and keep, and you know what I'm saying, preserve it, and this is it now. Everything is moving. Life is always in motion and in change. So you are never the same person, okay? Your cells die and other cells come. Your heart is beating and not beating, beating and not beating. You're breathing in, breathing out. You do exchange the material that you are made of. It's always changing. You are never the same person. Every every second you change, and the same is with the world. So we can let go the control of, it doesn't fit together. If you are ever changing, why should you hold on to a rigid doctrine, right? So yeah, we need to understand that we should not lock in that way. um And a little bringing this idea a little further means also the idea of who you are, because we have this persona. Persona is a term from Carl Gustav Jung, which means this is how you see yourself, and this is the role you play every day, and your idea of yourself, the acceptable part of you. So what I want to tell you is it is very healthy to put awareness on yourself, which means introspection, okay? When you're alone, having time to reflect, or you can also go to therapy to do this. Whatever you do is you work with yourself. And it means to step out of yourself and look at yourself with a different perspective and ask, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? And, just ponder over yourself, introspection, and awareness to yourself. What is that persona? What is that idea that I have of myself, and so on. But also, as soon as you have a grasp of what you want to be, which is also, everybody has some narcissism in himself. So the negative form of self-love is narcissism, okay? Self-love is great. You need to love yourself in order to protect yourself and nourish yourself and parent yourself, so to say. And then you can share this love with the person you choose to share your love with. But it is healthy to not lock in an idea of yourself as well. So also you can let go control of that, which means you might have ideas and like yourself, to see yourself in a certain way, and tell others, oh, I'm this, I'm that. But as soon as you do this, let it go. Don't put yourself into categories. You don't want other people to put yourself in categories. And this means you can also, no matter whether you like it, you might have a positive picture of yourself or a negative picture, but it doesn't make a difference. Especially if you have a negative picture, let it go. You shouldn't have a negative picture of yourself, but even the positive ones. We are changing all the time, and the world is changing all the time. So nothing rigid and completely constant is fit in an ever-changing world. It cannot fit. So be adaptive and use your awareness. See, awareness is like a light. Your conscious awareness. You put it on yourself, and no matter what you look at, it starts to change immediately. You don't have to force yourself to change Just look at something, and especially uncomfortable parts of yourself where you say, I struggle with this, I don't like this, whatever it is, just look at it and admit it to yourself. You can repent, whatever, it will change. It will change just by the light of your conscious awareness. It changes. And I want to encourage you to be like a child when you look at yourself. You can play these roles, you see yourself as this or that. You might cling on to, we like this, I like this person, I like this role model, I like this animal, I like the ability of this animal, but don't hold on to it, don't make it a truth that stays. It's just a moment in time and then it changes. It's a flow. You need to let the flow go on, and don't be afraid of emptiness, don't be afraid of change.